The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Ew.
Good morning. We got some sunshine at last and it was great.
It was a great day yesterday.
Oh, was it?
Well, mate, weather-wise it was, yeah.
It was crack-a-lactic.
It wasn't great.
Did you not get sun, Ash?
I was in Sydney. I went down for the
that's
footy.
right. Oh, how did that go?
Singing aye, yippee, yippee,
aye.
Singing aye, yippee, yippee, aye.
A big
So you
win.
got really drunk.
We won. We won. Here, Lutzi, I got something for you.
What's that? Oh, my God, some shorts.
Yeah.
For real?
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, my God, that is unreal. It's
You got
Queensland
some
University
pads.
shorts.
Yeah.
Who beat New South Wales yesterday
22 points to
at
6.
North Sydney Oval.
Solid win.
And got 11 of the 18 into the Australian team.
Whoa.
Wow.
No way. Really?
How good.
Yeah, it was unreal. I've just
Congratulations.
had the best weekend of all time. It was so much fun.
Amazing.
Oh, you look like you're full of joy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Congrats to JB and...
Yeah, JB and
Tosser.
Laney and Tosser and everyone. It was
And the
Trad,
team.
Tradley, yeah. It was
Trad.
unreal.
Beautiful.
Can you go and work with the Broncos now?
Oh, well, I missed it. I just was talking to Nick about it.
It was a hard
I didn't
watch.
see any of it, but I saw the result, obviously. But what happened?
They keep losing when they should win.
Well,
it's
like-
weird.
They hit a lead and then they lose again.
So we got out to another lead.
12-0?
12-0 and then 12-4 half time. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
A second half.
Not good.
The Lions,
I feel like they
wasn't
need
much
to
better
go-
either.
No.
I went to that
I feel
yesterday.
like they need to go team bonding, like go axe throwing like we did.
Well, that certainly
like-
helped us, didn't it?
Apparently
Yeah,
they had a
it
team
did
bonding.
help us.
Had a team bonding on a boat a week and a half ago and that didn't help. So, you know.
Yeah, that's
you
where they
guys-
started like liking posts on Instagram and getting themselves in trouble.
Mitch, were you being sarcastic then?
What?
Oh, listen to it.
Uh,
It's going to be one of those weeks, is it?
You're going to be like that, eh, mister? Hey?
Don't start me. Don't start me.
You know, I learned so many cool terms, like hanging out with the footy players. And one of the ones is they'd go, JB, the coach, would go, who's going to bring the NO? Who's bringing the NO? And I'm thinking, oh, there's new drugs
Energy?
around. There's new drugs around I haven't heard about. Yeah. Who's got the NO?
There's a
Give
new
it.
peptide on the market, is there?
So what is NO?
Energy.
Energy.
Energy,
Energy.
okay.
So come on. Who's bringing the
Who's
NO?
bringing the NO today,
Who's
guys?
bringing the NO? It's
Just
not
when
going to
you
be
think
me.
we can't shorten. Just when you think we can't abbreviate any more words, we do.
The NO.
Energy's way too long to say.
Yeah, ironically, you don't have the energy to say the full word, but
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Nikki's News.
All right, are you ready for the news? You've woken up, you're feeling fresh, and you want to know what happened while you were sleeping? Well, I'm about to tell you. A ship has crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge. 2 people are dead and 19
What?
injured after a Mexican Navy training ship smashed into the Brooklyn Bridge, snapping all 3 of her masts and prompting an urgent rescue operation beneath the iconic New York City landmark. Numerous social media videos captured onlookers enjoying a balmy spring evening, watching on in horror as the ship, with all her sails furled and bright lights draped in her rigging, glided backwards beneath the bridge. The masts were then seen breaking and crashing into the East River. There was panic on the ship as it headed towards the bridge. Brooklyn resident Nick Corso, who was standing
32.
near the water, told 23 actually, told AFP. He said there was lots of screaming, some sailors hanging from the masts. Looked like panic happening on the ship.
So what was going on there? I was just talking about that off air, and you're saying that they lose all their technical stuff or something?
Well, no, that happened in Baltimore, but it's a bit odd. It's gone backwards.
So it's floating. I mean, like
it's
literally,
floating.
obviously.
It looks like it's pulled anchor, I have a feeling, and it's just gone backwards.
Just drifted. Drifted's the word.
Just drifted. So I feel like someone's not being on watch, and this is just me guessing based on all of my seafaring, and they've just kind of drifted backwards slowly and no one's clocked it.
But it looked like the vision I saw that it was pretty close to the land as well, because there were people just with their mobile phones out filming it. It was bizarre.
Yeah, it was on the wrong side of where you meant to go under the bridge as well. So someone has not been paying much attention at all. And it looks so beautiful because I caught it last night on Instagram because it was so beautifully lit. It was all lit up like it was Christmas.
Yeah, it's a nice boat.
It was a vibe, and I thought it was just meant to be I actually thought it was AI to start with because it looked so magical. And then all of a sudden it started smashing and all the masts were falling down. Like, what on earth? So, unfortunately 2 people have died and 19 are injured. So I guess they've been hit by the masts as they've come down. So someone's in a lot of trouble. So we'll keep an eye on that one.
Ding.
Eurovision 2025 has a winner, and it is Austria. They snatched a last-minute victory from the 2 favourites to take out the title of Eurovision winner.
Did you see that
Israel,
coming? Did anyone see that coming?
I did not see that coming.
I never know what's coming with
didn't.
Eurovision.
I didn't see
I'm
it
normally
coming.
pretty good.
You're usually
I'm normally a
spot
pretty
on.
good barometer.
Yeah.
And I
Really? You can pick it.
He can tell you from reading your palm.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the dude wearing like a puffed-up garbage bag jacket, he won.
Yeah.
So
I didn't see that coming.
No, there are a lot of chicks in latex. Did you notice that? A lot of
no.
a lot of former Megan trainers in latex.
No, I did not.
It was interesting. There was a lot of body positivity floating around that stage, which was good to see. But a dude won again. Anyway, Israel came in second and Estonia took out the bronze.
That's
in
who I
third.
told you.
In fairness,
I
you
was
did
over
see that.
Estonia,
You said, I remember he texted me last week, like weirdly, like 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. He said,
That is weird.
Estonia podiums.
Yeah, just had a dream. Came to me and
But what is nice now is that the hosts during the finale addressed Australia as their audience. So that's exciting. They're actually saying hello Europe and hello Australia.
Oh, it's pathetic, isn't
So
it?
I feel like
we've got to
we're-
stop. We've got to pull it up, haven't we?
No, I think it's
should just
nice.
leave. Why don't we just
I mean,
start
where do
our
we-
own like
It's like-
competition down here?
We
Call it-
finished 15th. It's awful. We're losers.
Well,
And we're not in Europe.
No, we're not in Europe. That's the funniest part of it all. But we're all in Europe in July, let's face it.
So why don't we have a big Southern Hemisphere one, and then
Yeah.
in one of the most epic battles of all time, 2 winners together.
Eurasia Vision.
Yeah.
Imagine the karaoke numbers that are going to come out of that one. Oh, no, I'm worried Lutzy will enter himself.
Why are you worried?
Sorry, shots fired. Okay, Formula One results.
Oh, yeah.
I woke up this morning to discover that Max Verstappen has surged to an impressive second victory of the season at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, the Dutchman having snatched P1 at the start before holding his position ahead of the McLaren pair in an eventful afternoon on the track. So
Is he Dutch?
Piastri ended up... He's Dutch, yes. And... yeah, so Piastri, who I believe qualified on pole, ended up coming third, which after his winning streak, we're all like, what? You didn't win? That's pathetic.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Where is he on the standings, though?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's top or second.
Still
I'm
top.
not sure.
He's still top.
He's still top. There we go. He's
See,
still
we're
top
disappointed.
dog.
We're disappointed at him, but we're saying, yay, Australia, 15th at Eurovision. Yeah. That's my point, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't care about where we come in Eurovision. It's just nice that Europe acknowledges we exist.
Yeah, so but I'm saying, like, I don't care where Piastri comes as long as they give him a start. See, that's a loser attitude.
Yeah.
Win or get the hell out of my building.
The Ash, Lutzy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I lost my keys for my car. Went to the car was unlocking. When it turned out they were in my pocket the entire time, the car was automatically unlocking while I was getting next to it.
Noticed there was a bit of dirt on my windscreen, furiously trying to get it off, and it wasn't until I got home, took off my sunglasses and realised the dirt was on my glasses.
Dumbass Anonymous.
All right, Alicia
I love the
is going to
donkey.
kickstart us today, apparently. Now, do the thing,
Yes,
Alicia.
hello everybody. My name's Alicia. and I'm a dumbass.
Hello.
Hi, Alicia. You seem to be a dumbass a lot. We can rely
I am.
on you.
I'm a natural
Good.
blonde, Nikki. It tends to happen.
You're kind of carrying this segment, to be honest.
Yes, you are.
And the reason this segment was brought into the show
reason it's still
was
on.
because of me.
So what dumbass thing did you do?
Well, I bought a new car last week. That's not the dumbass thing, guys. It's a very good car.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, thank
Is
you.
that it down in the...
It is, yeah, it's
that
down
looks
you got a
nice.
BYD.
BYD, yeah.
I did. Nice electric car.
Looks
but
nice.
it's the first time I've had like a nice car. Like I always have just like rubbish, whatever, a couple $1,000s on a car. Lasts a few years.
Good
But
for
it's
you.
Yeah, thank you. So I've splashed out, bought it brand new, got all the extras added on. But I was having issues with the rear view mirror. because it's got auto dim. So if there's any bright lights or anything, the rearview mirror will automatically dim.
So that's like if someone's high beaming you from behind or something, it dims.
So I don't have to do anything. It should filter it out automatically. But it was just always really dark looking in my rearview mirror. And I was looking through all the settings, seeing if I could turn off the auto dim. And I called my brother, who's like really into electric cars, and was asking him about it. I was online researching it. And I was about to book it to go back into BYD to see what was going on. And then I realised that it's because I have tinted windows. So
everything's darker naturally.
The rear window is just darker.
Are you sure it's not? Because you know how just normal rear vision mirrors have that thing where if you turn it slightly,
you flick it and
it somehow reflects. How does that work? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a dim version.
No, but that's not what she's saying. She's just basically saying she's looking out the window
So
going,
just
everything's
and the window's
darker.
dark.
Yes. She's just being
It made sense. After I clicked, I was like, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, look, Alicia, I've been a gangster with tinted windows for years, but I do remember going through the same thing when we first got our tinted window car.
It's an adjustment.
And I'm like, I had to keep putting the windows down.
Are you legal?
Yeah. Ooh, maybe.
Don't.
Maybe not.
Don't
I'm
take
legal.
it somewhere weird.
No, I don't.
I'm
as legal as your moustache.
copying a lot of flack about that. Yeah.
I like it, though. I like it because it gives me something to give you shit about every morning. It's my favourite content starter.
Well, I don't want to drag away from your dumbassedness, but I do like that you like it. And also, because I was just copying shit all weekend. But then Robert Sibley.
Sibs, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Bullets legend.
Brisbane Bullets. Think of being a gangster.
He was like, love the mo, keep it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, that's all you need is someone just to...
Yeah, you get yourself a 58-year-old former basketballer
former Brisbane Bullet
who reckons you look like a piece of alrighty. That's enough for the young David to keep that moustache. One more week.
No,
I
but
imagine if Leroy Loggins comes out and says, hey.
Did I just talk myself into this dumbass segment?
I think so.
Without even realising.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Dumbass Anonymous time. And should we go to the cave?
Oh, we should, yeah.
Yeah.
And this isn't the cave, by the way. This is...
I said the cave. I'm so sorry. The cone.
It's the anonymous cone.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's Mondays, mate.
Like
I'm going dumbass.
The cone of silence just descended upon us. So we're now sitting inside the cone.
So nobody can hear the dumbassery of our phone callers. So let's start with Peter from Closeburn. Peter.
Yes, I have to say I was a dumbass once.
Peter, you've got to start by
You gotta say-
saying, hello, I'm Peter, and I'm a dumbass.
Hello, I'm Peter, and I am a dumbass.
Hello, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
How you doing?
Good. Now tell
We're
us.
all right. We want to hear your dumbassery. Go.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I had a big night. I was at the survey. The next day I had to get some fuel for my car, put the dark sunnies on, obviously trying to hide my eyes. I get out and I go to fill the car up and I look at the Bowser and there's no digits on the Bowser. So I'm like, okay, there's something wrong with the Bowser. So I walk inside. I said, yeah, the fuel Bowser's off. There's no digits. She said it's working fine. So I go back out there, I have a look, and there's still no digits on the Bowser. I just sort of shake my head. She comes out and says, lift up your sunnies. And because I was wearing Polaroid sunglasses, I couldn't see the digits on the Bowser.
Oh, no.
actually
Peter,
happens.
you are a dumbass. You're like Alicia. No, everyone's struggling with the darkness of lenses.
It's back to the...
Yeah, well, that's what made me think about it when I heard her story straight away. I thought, oh, yeah, I am a dumbass.
Well, at least you got
that's the
those
first step.
proper polarised sunnies, though.
Yeah. Well, they mounted
And also,
gyms.
you were properly hung. Like, none of it,
What?
like,
What?
hung over.
How do you know?
Hung over.
Oh, no.
What
I'll
a little
take
insight
the
into
drive.
what's
I'll
on
take the
Nikki's
drive.
mind.
At least you're properly hung.
Nikki, we're talking about what
Nikki.
goes on at a service
What are you
station.
talking about, Nikki?
Probably hung
service.
over.
I mean, good luck to the
Peter.
guy, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see
Oh,
the-
look, Peter and I go way back. I call her... no, wait.
okay.
I was going to say something rude.
But if we're going to say that, we'll do it outside the cone. So he gets full acknowledgement. Thanks, Peter.
Oh, thanks, Peter. 7-inch. Who's next?
I'll get George out of Ascot.
George. Go on, say your name and that you're a dumbass.
G'day, my name's George. I'm actually not the dumbass in this instance. It's my brother. So I'll speak on
okay.
behalf of him. Fair enough. I'm Isaac and I'm a dumbass. On the weekend, we're renovating our house at the moment. He's a qualified chippy. And on the weekend, he's cutting a piece of skirting. He cut on the short edge and nicked his rude finger and cut a tendon.
Oh.
So he rushed into surgery to get the tendon reattached. But yeah, every weekend we've pretty much been there renovating, and now it's going to be quiet for the next few weeks.
And it's his rude finger, is it?
Yeah, it's his rude finger.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Oh, is that what you meant? The middle finger.
You're talking about the middle. You're talking about the middle one, aren't you? Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I've got two other fingers way ruder than that. Most of my damage is done well away from that finger.
I'm going to say my fingers are fine, but my thumbs are just...
You've got the filthiest thumbs I've ever
disgusting.
seen in my life.
Rowanna out of Redcliffe. What do you got going on? Do the thing, Rowanna.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rowanna and I'm a dumbass.
Yeah. Hi, Rowanna.
So you have to understand the backstory. I've already got beef with the finance team at work.
Who doesn't?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's almost like
super gone. Anyway,
it's like tit for tat, like, you know. So they do something, I do something. But anyway, I took 25 kids on an excursion yesterday. Shout out to the Brisbane Lions. They gave us free tickets to the Brisbane Lions game.
Where'd you take the kids from? Or are you a teacher, are you?
No, yeah, I'm a teacher.
Yeah, she just took them.
You're a dumbass.
Yeah, okay, so you're a teacher.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm a teacher, so I had to go and borrow the school mobile phone in case something happened, you know, like do the right thing, and that belongs to the finance team. Well, I got on the train and then I went, I have left the iPhone at the Gabba.
Oh.
So now I have to go tail between my legs to the finance team and say I have lost the school mobile this morning.
What's the guy's name from finance?
No, it's Karen.
Karen. Yes. Of course it is.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Rowanna, is this going to make Karen's day a bit of a nightmare?
Yeah, look, I'm willing to do the follow-up because I take responsibility for my actions, but they might have to, cancel the number. If we don't get it back, I'm hoping a cleaner, found it. I'm going to have to ring the Gabba. I'm going to have to do all this stuff, but, you know, it's still me. I still did it. I was the dumbass, so,
and you got the pre-existing beef. And you know that you can just picture the smile on Karen's face.
It's going to make her day.
Yeah.
Karen lives for these moments.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I doubt a cleaner's got it. I reckon one of your students has got it and they've pocketed it and they're having a good laugh.
Do not say that. My kids are amazing.
What's happened if it's the finance mobile? Someone's found it and I'll look through the texts and then they've fallen asleep reading them.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, I know we take a lot of things for granted living here in Australia. A lot of our beaches have free parking and a lot of our beaches are free. You go to some places, in the US, you have to have a permit to go on certain beaches to go surfing. I've seen people arrested because they didn't have a permit to go surfing.
Really?
Or private beaches, when a hotel will own a slice of a beach.
Well, that's very European, but even in Europe, you can still go to that bit of the beach. You just can't lay on the sun lounges. But in America, there are certain ones where, trust me, I tried. And the Germans put all the towels out. But I just saw a video the other day, something that I have been taking for granted, that really surprised me. His reaction is American. He's come to Australia and he's gone to the petrol station to fill up his car. And then he's done this video out of sheer shock.
One of the most wild things about being on Australia is their gas. I'm looking at this gas pump and I'm like, I don't even know how much gas this car takes or what to even put in it. So I go in and ask the guy, and I'm like, how do I pay? Like, I don't know how much. He goes, you just go fill up. I'm like, yeah, but I couldn't, like, pay. Because, in America, you just pay and then it stops pumping. He's like, no, you fill up, and then whenever it stops, you just come pay. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, no, just go out there, fill up the car, and then come in and pay. I'm like, you guys trust people to fill up their car and then come in and pay like an honor system. He was like, yeah, you guys don't do that in America. I'm like, no, people would steal gas left, right, and center if it was an honor system. And I'm blown away that the people of Australia do not steal gas. And I asked the guy, has anyone ever stole gas? He was like, not that I reckon.
No, it does happen.
It's a good good point, though. I've only done it once where, I remember, I think you have, Ash. Like
I did it down here at that BP just around the
What,
corner.
accidentally?
I did it at the Shell just around the corner after work, just like when you...
Oh, where I get my sandwiches.
Yeah, that joint. Yeah, the Shell. Yeah, I just just thinking about something else, filled the thing, got in my car, just drove off. And got home and went, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And went back. And I'm not sure that they even... wasn't like, oh, you came back. They didn't even know.
Well, with me, I was at the one around the corner here. I went in and I filled up, got the fuel. Then I went in store. I bought a can of drink. I paid for the can of drink, and then and then I left. And then it was about 2 weeks later. I got a
they contacted you.
The police contacted me. I think it was the police or someone. I think it was the police, and said you haven't paid for fuel. And I was like, what? Wait, what are you talking about? And then I had to go down there and fix it up.
Really?
I've had, when I was younger and I had no money, I remember I filled up once, and it was just my Nissan Micro, so it would have been like $25. And then I went in to pay and I didn't have any money. And I had to say, I'm so sorry. I actually can't pay right now. Can I come back later and give you some money? And they're like, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, they did? Did you come back?
Yes. Because it was my regular haunt.
Don't yell at me. I'm just...
Plus, they had the best red frogs. You can't burn the service station that have the little good bags of red frogs.
That's the problem, right? Yeah, you can't. You got to look after them.
Yeah, you do. Plus, you got to make sure you can go to all the petrol stations. Sometimes there are stretches where there's only one that you can use,
Yeah,
so
you
can't
burn
them.
that bridge. Yeah, there's like back in the day when you had videos. Remember the old video stores? You get a video and then you'd have heaps of late fees.
Yeah.
So you'd drop them back and go, oh, well, I'm never going into that store again because it's going to cost me $58.
You end up driving 70 kilometres just to see Rocky 3.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Queensland hasn't
officially named its team yet.
No.
Have they, Mitchell? The Blues have, though. Mm-hmm. They've named their team last night, and we name our team this morning. They always kind of they get it. They know what it is.
It's what's in the paper is what it is.
Yeah. And it looks like we're going with 3 debutants.
Right.
Ooh.
Trent Liero, Beau Fermor, and Robert Toyer.
I don't think anyone was throwing those names in the mix, were they? If they were, I wasn't talking to them.
No.
Seriously, Mitch, you heard any?
Not in that mix. Even when they invite people to come into sort of the extended squad, I mean, those guys might have been lucky to make that cut at some stage. But
Beau Fermor's been in the extended squad before.
Yeah, but,
I'm pretty sure Trent Liero.
Yeah.
Liero's been going pretty good for Melbourne. He's a sort of a quiet achiever down there.
I was thinking they like to bring him in and take him back out. They sort of get him used to it and then throw him back out again and bring in new people. So, 9 a.m. this morning, Billy Slater will confirm that one. But
so Cobbo is out.
They said injury from yesterday.
Ankle, was it? No, wrist.
Yes, wrist injury. That was it. Yeah.
But that was my question. Was Selwyn not selected or is Selwyn injured? There's a difference.
Injured.
He's injured, so he wasn't considered for selection because he's injured. Yeah. Okay. And what's the story with Pat Carrigan's lip?
I just accidentally saw it. I was just scrolling my phone and there was no warning.
Yeah, when I looked, it was the warning. It just came up like it was blurred and you had to press the, do you want to look at this?
No, that didn't happen to me. I saw it on the plane flying back last night. I think it was it on Pat's socials?
Yeah, he put it up.
He
put up a trigger warning, and then you click through to the next story, and it was just him bringing the camera really close to his face, opening up his mouth.
It's a carousel, so he's put 3 posts up. So you see the first one the first time you scroll, but then it presents you with the second one, which is the video.
Those ones.
That's how Instagram does it. That's why they say to put a carousel of photos, because you get represented multiple times, so people have to like you at some point.
When you flick when you flick left and it goes through. Is that what you mean? Or
Yes, so that's a carousel. So they say to do that to increase your engagement because you get, like if you got 3 photos up, that will be presented 3 times to your followers.
Right.
Fun fact. But yes, I just saw the second one, which was his mouth opening, and then his second mouth opening within his mouth.
And my wife's a nurse. She's
Sarah
been a
say?
nurse for 15 years. She's been working in medical stuff for 20, and I just showed her just cold last night. And she's, why didn't you warn me about that? Even that disturbed her. And she's seen a lot.
So they're saying in an attempt to play State of Origin 1, he'll consult a
plastic surgeon.
They
declare the fact that he might have broken his jaw. They said there's no break, but he'll have to go to a plastic surgeon because otherwise, I mean, that's a nasty split. Like that could easily.
How do they fix that?
I don't know.
Oh, me and Pat can go to the same surgeon. We should do it together. We could be like hospital buddies.
With your manky mouth.
Yeah.
With my manky mouth, because they might have to do some trickery to fix that up as well once they.
You're Nikki, no offence, and I want your manky mouth taken care of as quickly as possible, but I need Pat.
Yes.
Bumped up the waiting list.
Yes, but
I need him operated on pronto.
But there is also a question here of the passion for your job. Like he's going to do everything he can to play Origin 1. I've already heard of you having a week off work.
That's a very good
point. That's after the surgery.
Yeah, hang on a second.
Well, but I'm not a gladiator.
He's play State of Origin.
And then he's going to play State of Origin.
And you're having a week off work.
After the surgery,
After the surgery.
Yeah, but I have to talk. He just has to run at things. He doesn't have to talk when he's playing footy.
Yeah, well, you won't have to laugh. All you have to do is talk.
I never get to laugh,
we haven't
do
been
I?
funny since 1994.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Speaking of anxiety, there was a wedding over the weekend. Don't laugh at my segue.
Just in case you didn't hear anxiety enough in that last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me give you a bit more anxiety.
Let's do some more. Yeah.
No, it just popped up in my feed out of nowhere and it's going viral now. It's a funeral, and as you know, sometimes the unexpected can happen at funerals, and it happened at this one. The pallbearers are carrying the casket out to the grave, and they've got like scaffolding around the edge that they walk onto so they can set it up and lower it. Yeah. The scaffolding gave way, and 7 men fell into the hole under the casket.
What? And the casket fell on top of them?
Fell on top of them. Now, it was a very big casket and the demo was very old, so I feel like we can, it wasn't like it was an absolutely tragic
Did you say the deado?
Demo.
What's the demo?
What's the demo?
Demographic.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the corpse as the deado.
Yeah.
No, the deado. Yeah, there's another
term. What are you referring to? The people,
demo.
Who was the demo of what? The demographic.
The demographic, like the people at the funeral, they were old. That's why I feel like we can have a bit of a laugh, and it has gone viral
because they're old.
Because they're old. When old people fall into the grave, and a casket falls.
But
if you cannot laugh at that, there's something wrong. I haven't seen the video, but I'm laughing at it.
So 7 people that were at the funeral, not like pallbearers. So pallbearers, they're the
pallbearers. So they are family members.
I'm thinking the staff from the funeral home. They're actually
it was staff from the funeral home and family members.
Sometimes they have to ring in people, yeah.
And they've all gone in the hole. And, it was quite shocking at the time. But I'd imagine they'll have a... Well, I'm saying it was quite a big casket. Anyway.
What are you saying? It was a big person.
It was a big unit that they were
He was a unit, yeah.
Well,
so to be under it, because people were injured.
I was a pallbearer for Uncle Eddie's wedding and funeral. And...
You were a pallbearer at Uncle Eddie's wedding.
This just keeps getting worse. This is what happens when Alicia says, Nikki, do you have something to fill this spot?
No, but we had
hilarious funeral.
We had to walk it. We had to walk it from down to where they bury it, and it was bloody heavy. And
he was a big unit, Eddie.
He was. Uncle Eddie was big, and I was like, oh, it was everything that I could do to hang on to it. And I'm like, this would be pretty embarrassing if you dropped it.
Yeah.
At this point, I was actually looking at Rootsy, and Uncle Eddie's. I was like,
Rootsy's not a strong man.
But I was like, it's your dad. Like you.
Oh, that was Rootsy's dad.
I swear he wasn't holding it.
Were you on the corner?
I had one of the corners. Yeah.
So you had that's the heavier end, especially if
must
people
happen.
around you are
It's gotta
taller, because
happen.
then I reckon people get dropped a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, 13, 24, 10, if something outrageous
have you ever dropped a corpse? Is that where we're going with this?
Sure. No, but things happen at funerals. I remember at my grandfather's funeral, it was it was a really somber moment. You know, a lot of people get up and tell funny stories and people laugh and all that, but it was a really somber moment. And my niece, who was just a baby at the time, like she would have been 3 months old, just in the silence started pushing out a number 4. And it was just...
What are you talking about?
I don't even know what a number 3
That's
is.
an explosive
I've never done a number 3.
No, and they're very audible and they breach. It was one of those, and we're just there while this is happening, just everyone listening in silence to this giant crap from this newborn baby, and then we all just were in absolute hysterics.
Everyone started vomiting.
No, maybe the people directly next to her.
I haven't heard of that one.
No,
how come you skipped 3?
Because a 3 is a big one, but a 4 is when it breaches, when it goes up their back.
We're losing Ash.
What are you talking about?
Mothers know, any mother or...
Yes.
This is what happens.
What's a number 5?
It goes up the front as well.
Okay.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Hey, we've got some phone calls. Funny stuff that's happened at a funeral. Danielle out of Burpengary. What have you got?
Okay, so my ex-partner's mum passed away, and she was quite sick for a while before, and I had my 4-year-old, and the day before the funeral, they go and sort of pay their respects at the funeral home. And so my partner's brother and sister and everything's out the front, and we go in with my 4-year-old. We didn't, hide anything from her, and she comes in, and we sort of just told her that Grandma's sleeping. And she wanders out to the family. She goes, Grandma's not sleeping, she's dead. And that's all I heard from inside. Luckily, they're quite humorous family, they... But yeah, I think I died a little bit inside myself.
At least you got a pretty clued on kid there. Like they're not falling for any line of BS.
She's all over
She knows what's going on.
Hey, by the way, I'm calling BS on this sleeping thing.
I held a nose for 10 seconds. She is not asleep.
And I've drawn things on her face and she didn't even flinch.
I peened her.
All right. Scott out of Homeview. Yeah, what happened?
I went to my grandmother's funeral and they asked me and my brother to be pallbearers at the last minute. I'm 6'1", he's 5 foot.
Oh no, I can see what's happening here.
So I've had to actually walk down with the coffin on my shoulder with my knees bent, waddling so that I can be the same height as him.
Oh,
you basically did
burn.
A CrossFit session out of there. Sounds like you're busy at work at the same time.
I'm actually at Subway.
Can you get me a chicken teriyaki sub while you're there?
Meatball, please.
That's what I just got.
Oh, look, there we go. We're in tune.
He's an early non-for caller of the week, that bloke.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Kerry out of North Lakes. Yes, Kerry.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
We're all right, Kerry. Keep it light.
So this is about 20 years ago. When my dad passed away, we were obviously, we'd done the funeral part, and then we were going to the cemetery to obviously lay him to rest. And the funeral director happened to come up to me and say, "Look, I'm just really sorry." He said, "But this is actually, not the right grave." And I said, "Well, what do you mean it's not the right grave?" And he said, "Well, we need to move your father. This is not the right spot." So we'd actually laid him out, put the coffin on the, the little silver thing and everything like that, ready to say our goodbyes. But this happened 3 times. 3 times. Apparently there was a few. There was apparently a few of, John Stewart being buried within the cemetery within that couple of weeks. I was absolutely furious, absolutely ridiculous.
So what, you had
we just couldn't believe it.
So you just had to lift him up and move, shuffle along to a new place?
Three times.
Three times we had to get the pallbearers to pick him up, put him back in the hearse, and move him to the next spot because we didn't know where it was. We just ordered the plot. And,
lots of John Stewart. I remember that week that the stage collapsed at that John Stewart convention.
Yeah, that's right.
We lost a lot of good John Stewarts that week.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Do you guys get recognised when you're out and about sometimes? Do you have interesting exchanges with people of the public?
It depends where you are. Like at football games, because I get more, something sporty maybe, other than that.
You get more of an uptake.
Not really.
And Ash, it's always you in petrol stations, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah. We almost moved to Auckland at one point, the two of us. We were going to leave our wives and everything and just say, let's do it. Because we went to a rugby league game in Auckland once and realised that everyone knew who we were there.
It was gods in Auckland.
For some reason, the TV show we were on here late at night was prime time in New Zealand.
The footy show.
It was the footy show, yeah.
Really?
It was on
and you're a big deal.
It was 7:30 Friday nights because they replayed it, whatever, because of the time difference. And
you were like the living room.
It was like nuts. It was like the whole, everyone, like lineups to get autographs. I seriously considered moving to Auckland.
There's still time.
And I still may move to Auckland.
Well, I had a very
now
interesting...
you have to go, I used to be big here.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I have a lot of interesting exchanges when I'm out, when people have the Dutch courage to come up and chat to me. Usually it's just to get a selfie, or people will just yell out, "G'day, Bush Barbie," or whatever.
Yeah.
But there was one day I went for an early morning walk on my own, which is always a little bit nerve-wracking when you are a lady.
Yeah.
And then I'm walking along and then this big dude, like a unit of a dude, I see him spot me and he's got a can in hand and he's not wearing a shirt. So he's been going all night and still going early in the morning. He's topless and he's just come straight at me and cut me off on the footpath.
Oh, dear.
And I'm like panicking, going, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? And anyway, I started videoing him because, I don't know, that seems to be the safest thing to do in my mind. And this is how it played out.
The condom jokes.
Oh, you like my condom ads?
The condom ads. It's just a f***ing pisser. And this doesn't seem real because it's just like, I'm a copper.
Are you?
No, not really.
I was going to say.
Not really. Shirt off, gut out, stubby in the hand.
Yeah.
I haven't picked up yet.
No, funny. Funny that.
Yeah, but I wanted to make sure you were all right because if I'm here, it's a good thing. I've watched your videos. That chick's hilarious.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. High praise indeed.
You're so funny. You get out and about. I'm looking out for you. I always had a dream. It was to meet Nikki Osborne.
Well, he was quite nice.
He was lovely, but he'd come over to protect me from all the other mothers who were jogging their babies on the path.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
At what
was
stage
lovely.
did he lose his shirt? Did you extrapolate the
No,
situation?
I didn't. As you can tell by my nervous laughter, I was nervous at the start, but then I realised he's just harmless and unemployed.
Potentially, but also at any point, as safe as he sounded.
If I was in that situation, I'd be worried. I'd be like, I've got to get out of here before this turns. Because it'll turn.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
Well, this is true. He could be like, and now
I shall
I'm
kill
taking you with me.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going together.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have stood a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my interlude.
And when was this? Was this recent?
Let's call it recent.
Enough. Yeah.
Recent enough, because I've had other exchanges where it's not been good.
His name wasn't Gary, was it?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Queensland! It's a miracle! Oh, yeah! Access All Origin.
Cheer on the mighty Maroons as they take on New South Wales. All thanks to Shell V-Power, fueling Queenslanders.
9 days until Game 1, Suncorp Stadium. The Queensland team 17 minutes away from being announced.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Right.
The game is sold out. We've got the only tickets in town, and they're a silver double pass and a chance for you to be upgraded to diamond tickets. First one in this week's draw, Annie out of Caloundra. Good morning.
Good morning.
Annie, you've got 2 tickets. Well done, you.
Thank you. Let's go Queensland.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
That was the big question. We have to ask. Obviously, other than Annie, are you okay? Are you okay?
Always Queensland.
Are you okay, Annie? But other than that,
You
Queensland.
can tell Annie's okay.
Yeah, you can tell she's okay. She's
I mean, I hear it every day. It's all right. You can sing it.
It's like face for radio. Annie, I'm gonna
You
do it
just
as
got
well.
burned.
And every
Go
single
on.
every single person that says it thinks they're the first person ever.
Or Annie, get your gun. I get Annie, get your gun a lot. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
go on.
What's that one?
What about
I have no
we got
idea.
Annie?
Or I get Annie Oakley, which I don't know where that's from. At
They're-
my grandparents.
I don't know what
Are
Annie
you hanging
Oakley
around
is.
at old people's homes? They're very old references you're making.
So people
I
sing,
know.
the sun will come out tomorrow.
I actually don't get that one, which I'm surprised because you'd think it would be the first one, but I always get Smooth Criminal. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
No, Annie's from the musical.
Yeah, but Smooth Criminal is Annie okay.
No,
Michael
but
Jackson.
that's why she's getting the sun comes out tomorrow. She doesn't know where it's coming from.
The sun.
Yeah, the redhead.
What?
Yeah.
Used to,
No,
yeah.
she knows that one. She just doesn't get
Oh, okay.
other
I'm
people
sorry. I
don't
was
use that
barely
reference.
paying attention.
Yeah,
I'm
You need
sorry.
to go to
What
bed,
you've done
Ash.
there,
No,
you've just
Ash had a
tried.
big weekend.
Well,
It's Monday. It's Monday. It's fine.
That's okay,
Anyway,
Ash, because you
Annie-
spent the weekend delivering success for Queensland.
Yeah.
So you got a pass
Yes,
mark here.
Congratulations, Queensland
Thank
Universities.
We
you.
brung it. No, don't
No,
slip
Now,
us off.
Annie-
Annie, this is not about you,
Annie.
Annie, right now, but we'll come back to you.
Annie, make sure you listen on Friday because that's when we give out the big prize, which is the access
Okay.
all areas of Origin. So make sure you listen to the show on Friday. You get 5 rings to answer the phone if we do call you.
Oh, pressure's on. Pressure's
Yes,
on.
it is.
All right.
Go
Thank
and
you,
watch that
guys.
musical, Annie. It's
Yeah.
about a little orphan. That's why they're singing it to you.
She knows that.
I know. Jesus.
Oh, I'm just getting fed up now. Oh, one that's-
Now
one
you've
that's-
angered her.
I'm sorry. I was
Just
just
hang up
outright
on us,
funny there.
Annie.
I'm thinking about it.
Annie is no longer okay.
You got your double silver passes to Origin Game 1 next week and a chance to get upgraded to Diamond tickets, tickets into the the Shed Tour on game day and the Captain's Run training session on Tuesday, and exclusive access to the Mad Monday, Tuesday trivia and game day events happening at the Westpac Clubhouse next week. It's all thanks to our mates at Shell V-Power, cheering on the Maroons as they take on New South Wales every single State of Origin series. They fuel Queenslanders like no one else. Next chance coming up tomorrow.
We are on. It's Origin time. I've got a lunch tomorrow, I just realised.
Oh, they've got the Queensland lunch tomorrow. That's it.
Yes, I've got to start at that.
Is that where they bring all the players out and
Yep.
everyone gets G'd up?
Yep.
Oh, that's exciting.
I tell you who's funny in that setting is Billy Slater.
Oh, yeah.
Is he?
He's very he does this really cool way where to answer serious questions and who's going to play, who's going to be the number 14. He's just very quick, comes back with a really funny, irreverent kind of way to answer the questions that he doesn't want to answer.
Yeah. And that'd be
He's very clever, Billy. He's
Do
great.
the players let their hair down at that lunch, or
No.
are they? No.
Oh, no, they're not.
Well, Carrigan will be
they're not-
letting his hair over the front side of his face to hide his mouth.
Yes.
The lip.
Yeah. Any plastic surgeons listening? That like, is that like a serious thing, or is it like is he going to be
Maybe
okay?
he could wear like a gimp mask.
I think the answer probably will be that Madison Headwear or somewhere will develop some sort of gladiatorial.
Oh yes.
Sort of
half mask
protector.
Phantom of the Opera style.
Phantom of the Opera.
Like half his
Yeah,
face.
that'd be perfect.
Phantom of the Opera. We're going to he's going to look like Anthony Warlow.
Phantom of the Origin.
You don't want a full gladiator. You don't want to take away all of his face. So,
No,
you
just
want
a little bit.
Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I was flying home from Sydney last night and had a great weekend down there with the Queensland Universities team.
Yeah, congrats. Big win.
We won at North Sydney Oval against New South Wales yesterday, 22 points to 6. And
Amazing.
Then there was a function on and all the rest of it. And our flight was scheduled to leave at 8:30 last night from Sydney.
A respectable time.
But like 9 o'clock, we're still sitting on the tarmac because someone or other did something or other, and then they had to get his luggage off. And I was like, oh, come on. I at that point, I just wanted to go to bed. I knew I had to work in the morning.
Well, I mean, those late flights too, if they stuff around for too long, there's probably some sort of curfew stitch down in Sydney, I think. So you could be overnighter.
I'm starting to worry about all of that. But, and it was a packed flight, like absolutely packed. And anyway, got through it, did the flight. I'm on the aisle, and the lady that's on the same seat as me but across the aisle. As soon as we've touched down in Brisbane, Nikki,
she's up.
No. Like just as we were coming into land, actually, but just the moment of landing. I don't know if she's a nervous flight or whatever.
She didn't do a number 4, did she?
No. Well,
or did she vom?
She did the motion of vomiting. Right?
Oh no!
And then I just saw her scurry, and I'd been asleep. Like I literally, Lainey had just woke me up. Ash, we're here. And I've gone, and I looked at this lady and I saw her going for the pocket in front of her to try, and she didn't have a sick bag. And I've just looked straight away in my thing. I've grabbed the sick bag. I've given her the sick bag.
Yeah.
I don't think you know me well enough yet, Nikki, to know how genuinely a weak of a stomach I've got.
Oh no!
I am terrible. And not bunging it on or anything like that. I can't handle that type of stuff.
So it's not just the smell of it or cleaning it up. Like if you just see someone go...
You saying that then almost triggered him.
Just trying to get through telling this story is triggering for me. And I've handed her the bag and then I've just gone, okay, I can't look at what's going on over there. So now I'm looking to my right because I can't, but I can see her motioning that she's throwing up into this bag.
Do you have any headphones on or anything?
I had headphones on.
Yep.
Yeah, I had headphones on. I had,
thank goodness.
Yeah, I had Glorilla pumping.
Your descending song of choice.
Yeah, I had Glorilla pumping through my ears, and I'm just like, if I get a whiff of what's going on, I'm done. I'm done.
And you've just given your sick bag away, so you're spewing up over.
That's it. That's it. And I just went, you got to hold it together, Ash. You got to hold it together. And I'm just looking at trying not to focus on anything other than this lady. And then I've looked. I couldn't help myself.
You're telling your body, don't do it.
Yes, don't do it. And I've looked and I've seen the
bag.
Yeah, and there's stuff in there. And I'm going home now. I was just like.
He can't deal. He can't deal.
He grossed himself out.
How'd you get through 3 kids, my lord?
Stay well clear of it. That's why I never heard of a number 4.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.